Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's Global Partners coaching call. We're very excited about what's going on over the last little while. Things have been extremely exciting. We're excited. I want to talk a little bit tonight about using your upline support team, using the tools. And we have a number of tools that we're going to talk about. But first, I want to talk a little bit about attitude. And, we all get into a slump. There's, hey, life happens. So we all get into a slump now and then. Life happens. Things happen at work. Things happen in the family. There are activities to go to, children's hockey games, ballet, whatever it is. So sometimes we get a little sidetracked from our business. And, our business, sometimes may fall to the wayside, or you're not making the kind of money you want, or your business isn't growing the way you want. It has happened to all of us. We all get into that rut now and then. The trick is, though, the key is moving forward in your business. How do I get back on track? And the very first thing you want to do is attitude. Change your attitude. And, there are people within the organization, including ourselves, that have been out of position a little too long, and we want to move on. We want to expand our business. We want to get to the next level. And what you want to do is you want to get real hungry. You want to really focus on what you want. And I want to talk a little bit about how that can happen for you and how it happened for us. And it has worked every single time. The first thing I'd like you all to do is think about your attitude. What is your attitude right now? And if your attitude is not where it should be in terms of focus, excitement, enthusiasm, passion, you may need something to help you. We're only human. We need things sometimes to help us get to where we want to go. Sometimes we might need a little pep talk, but let me tell you about a book that I've read. And pardon my language, but it isn't anything you haven't heard before, but it's called How to Be a Badass. Yes, I said it. And I'd like you to get it because it is a book that is funny. There's a little bit of language in there that, it's fine, but it's for people who don't like, language, it's really pretty mild. So I'd like you to get it and start reading, because what it does, it really does change your attitude. It really does help you think in a different way. Or listen to Jim Rohn, or listen to John Maxwell. If you haven't heard of these people, for those of you that are new on the line, or if you haven't read any of their books, oh my gosh, they are unbelievable. They're that good. Start building your library with these incredible books. So what we've done is we've really decided to, we're going to really focus. We've had a very busy summer as well with, a new grandbaby, our son getting married, and many other things that occurred throughout the summer. So what we've decided to do is we said, look, we want to get to the next level. We want to get to diamond, of course. So what are we going to do? And I want to ask all of you, what are you going to do to get yourselves to the next level of business, to maybe get a higher paycheck, to move forward in your business? I know what we had to do. I know what we have to do and we continue to do. The first thing, attitude, focus. What you focus on expands. If it's up to me, if it's to be, I love this saying, if it's to be, it's up to me. So total focus. Once you start focusing, really focusing on what you want in this business and what you have to do every single day, every single week, and every single month to get you to where you want to be, you've got to take action, and your attitude has to change. So we also have what's called fly-ins, and the fly-ins are really important. It's called Discover Jeunesse. We have an unbelievable, where did it go here? An unbelievable facility, and this is why I carry this around with me, because when I show people about all the awards we've won and our incredible, isn't it funny, when you want to find it, you can't find it, but the incredible facility that we have, it is impressive. wouldn't be totally blown away by this incredible corporate office in Orlando, Florida? If you know people who are successful, they have to have shown success in their business. They've earned the kind of money, they've earned good income. Has to be verifiable, of course, but they've earned great income. They've been successful in their business. Do they have a good circle of influence? Do they have a positive prosperity mentality? Have they taken a look at our business? Have they looked at this? Have they looked at a video? Have you put them on a three-way call with their upline support with your upline support team? We have to know that they're serious about this business and that they actually fit the criteria, will meet the needs of the questions that this company is asking you on a form to fill out, so the company can send them down there. But they have to have been exposed to this business, be it a Zoom, be it a Google, be it a three-way call, and answer the questions that we're going to ask. You know, Joe, what are you looking for from this business? What do you want? You know, what do you like best about what you see here? And we've had a number of calls with people over the last little while that are in corporate America. Corporate America, this business model can be pretty foreign to them. But when you've exposed them to this business through our incredible videos, through J-Mobile, through three-way calls, through this incredible magazine, and we actually, the new one, we have an updated one as well. If you don't have these, get them, because they're that good. So it talks about all the different products in here. I don't know if you can see this, but it talks about all the different products in here. The press, I say to people, I say, Joe, you know, we're getting massive, positive, know the bullet points, know the verbiage. We're getting massive, positive media attention worldwide. That's impressive. You know, you can also, you know, let people know. Say, you know, we won Business of the Year award alongside with Google and AT&T, Wells Fargo, Cisco Systems. You know, our company's 7 years old. We did $3 billion. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's unheard of for a company that's only 7 years old. You know, I also tell them, I said, you know, if this business, if I say to them, is this something that you'd be interested in doing? Because I think it'd be great. I'd love to work with you. And only say it if you truly mean it. I also say to people, and only if I mean it, you know, Joe, I think you'd be absolutely unbelievable here. You could be such a leader. We could work together. I'd love to work with you. We could build a massive empire here. You know, we haven't even started. Even the company did, you know, $3 billion. They won Business of the Year award, we're in 120 countries. We haven't even started. We're just getting started building this remarkable business. So I'd love you to take a look at what we have. I'd like to put you online with my business partners. Never, ever, ever say upline. I always say my business partners, my support team. I don't use to corporate people the network marketing lingo. I say to them, my support team. I have an incredible support team I'd like to introduce you to, my business partners. And I'd like you to put, and edify your support team, edify your sponsor, what they've done, edify your upline support team. You know what, Joe, the Global Partners Group, one of the fastest growing organizations within the company right now, and I'd like to put you online with my business partners and my support team. And I told them a little bit about you. They'd love to have, you know, answer some of your questions, maybe, you know, some of the questions I can't answer, but I really would like you to meet with them. Use your upline support team. And people, you know, ask me, well, what do I send? Well, when I get someone interested in the business, I like to, first of all, ask them questions. I like to say, you know, what are you looking for, you know, from this business? Or what are you looking for from life? What do you want? And they might say, well, I'm tired of, you know, getting in my car, driving, you know, taking an hour and a half, 2 hours to drive to work and drive back. Or I love my job, I'm making a lot of money, but I don't have a whole lot of time right now. I don't have, you know, tax write-offs. And I said, well, hey, you know what, if you love what you do and you're making great money, let me show you how you can take advantage of some, you know, pretty significant tax write-offs. So you may not think about a lot of these questions to ask, but your support team does, your upline does. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't be a lone ranger in this. Work with your support team. This is network marketing. And I've heard, people say, oh, you're too busy. Well, I don't mean to bug you. Or I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're really busy. We're not busy for people that you want to put on the telephone with us that you feel would be a great addition to your business. We are all here for you. So use us. Your support team is there to be used. Use us. Call us, email us, say, I have this person here, what do I say? How do I say it? Or I have this objection from this person, I think they'd be great. How do I handle it? So use your support team. Don't work this by yourself. There's strength in numbers here when you work as a team. So I always say to people, a business person, Joe, I'm curious. I'm just curious. Do you keep your income options open, or do you know anyone that keeps their income options open? They'll say, well, yeah, well, why do you ask, Judy? And I'll say, well, I'm looking for key people. I'm building a great business here with an incredible company. They're 7 years old, and they won Business of the Year award. I go into that whole thing. I give them some bullet points, of course, and I'll say, we're building a very successful team. Even if your team is not successful or you're just getting started, you are building a very successful team. You're building a successful team, and you're building an international team of people who love the product, use the product, and tell other people about it. So because we changed our attitude has always been great about this business, but we changed our focus totally. I told the story earlier on a leadership call. It isn't over till it's over. And what I mean by that is, I remember back in the 80s, I was with a company where I was really working hard to win a car because I really wanted to win that car. We had one car in the family, and I got tired of not having one during the day when I was home with our young children, and Ian was out at work, and I wanted a car. So I worked really hard with this company, and I didn't care if it was pink. I wanted a car. And I found out, though, that they had cars below the pink one, and I knew I could do that. I knew I could do that volume. And I'll never forget, we didn't have email to actually send in orders. All we had really was the telephone, and to get an order in with that particular company, we had to send it by FedEx or UPS at that time. And we had a deadline date. And if it wasn't in corporate office, we didn't qualify. It had to be there on time. So we would let them pick it up, UPS or FedEx pick it up, and we'd go like this, please let it get there on time. If it didn't, we didn't qualify. So I'll never forget this, and I told this a little earlier. I was really sick. I had a terrible flu. I had a horrible cold, a head cold. All I wanted to do was crawl under my covers with my pillow and sleep. I hadn't been that sick for a long time, but I had to win this car, the use of this car. So what I did, I went through a series of ballots that I had from doing a trade show with a group of people. And I didn't follow up on these. I was brand new in the industry. I was really nervous about picking up the phone and talking to people. Believe it or not, I didn't want to pick up that phone. But I wanted this car, and I had to recruit, I had to sponsor, I had to have one more consultant that had to come in with a qualifying order for me to win that car. And I had one evening to do it, because that package of orders had to go in. I had to do it before, I can't remember, it was so long ago, but I think I had to have it in the next morning. FedEx had to pick it up and send it by a certain time, I think by 9 o'clock in the morning. So basically what I'm saying is I had a deadline date of less than a day to do this. And I said to myself, I am not going to miss winning this car for one person. So I went through my little cards, and I found one that was fairly close to me, and her name was Arlene. And again, remember, I was really ill, but I wanted that car. So I I took some cold medication. I think I may have doubled up on it. And I called this person and I said, "Hi, Arlene, it's Judy Murray calling. And I understand, you are," she was with actually it was Mary Kay, if you haven't figured it out by now, Mary Kay Cosmetics. "And I understand you've been a customer according to the little ballot you put in there. You've used the products before." And she said, "Well, Judy, frankly, I'm really not fond of the products. I don't like them." And I said, "Well, what don't you like about them?" And she told me, and I said, "Let me tell you what I can do for you." Now, remember, people always want to know what's in it for them. So as soon as someone knows that there's something in it for them, or you're going to do something for them that's going to make them happy, they're more open. So I said to her, "Well, let me tell you what I can do for you. I have brand new products here, and I can take back some of the products and replace it with some new ones." Thank goodness I had a little bit of inventory that I could do that. You see, I didn't want a customer that night. I needed a consultant to buy product and start a business. But because I know she tried the product, there were certain things about it she didn't like. There were certain things about it she did like. So I remember I got in my car. It was pouring rain. It was cold. It was late fall. Again, as I said, I just wanted to be under my covers with my pillow. I got in my car and I drove across town. It was about a 40-minute drive, and I drove across there. She said, "Well, she was putting me off, and when I told her about the free product, she said, "Okay, I'll see you." So I drove across town and I went to see her, and we sat down. She made a cup of tea, and I went through the products. I took back some of her products, and I did show her some new ones. And I gave her a little gift basket, and she said, "Well, thank you very much." I said, "Well, Arlene, I'm building a very successful business here, and I'm looking, for consultants." She said, "Well, after talking with her a little bit, she sparked a bit of it. She was interested." And she said, "Well, you know what? This sounds really great." I said, "Well, fantastic. I'd love to work with you." And she knew I wasn't feeling very well, so I think she either wanted me out of the house because she didn't want to get sick. But she said, "Well, you know what? Let me think about it, and I may sign up in a couple of months." And I'm thinking to myself, I really need this person to sign up and put that order in, because I got to get this order in first thing in the morning. And I looked at her and I thought, okay, I don't have anything to lose here. And I said, "Arlene, I have to be really honest with you." I said, "I am one consultant away from winning a car." And I said, I really need your order tonight." And I said it nicely. I said it with a smile on my face. And she looked at me and she said, "You mean if I come in as a consultant tonight, you'll win a car?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Let's do it." And I got my car. We became very great friends, really good friends for years and years and years. I still call her a friend, and we've had a lot of fun times together. We talk about, experiences of building that business together, and just having a blast. So that was that story. But it taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me that you have to ask for the order. Be honest with people. Let people know that you're in a contest. Let people know that you're really working hard towards another level in your business. And you might just want to say, "I really need your help." People do want to help. They sincerely would like to help you. So if you're honest with people and you let them know that their order, or their, maybe they coming in the business or becoming a customer, whatever it is going to make a huge difference in your business, winning something, getting to the next level, they'll do it for you. So asking for help is a great way to build your business. So, think of the people on your list right now. I want you to revisit your list, and I want you to put more people on your list. The people I'd like you to put on your list, add to your list, are the people in corporate America who are successful, who own franchises, maybe professionals, health professionals. This dental professional that's coming into the business is highly successful, very successful, makes a lot of money, but he wants to enjoy his life. That's all he does is work. He wants to enjoy his life. He wants to have more time. He'd like to make the same type of income that he's earning right now. And he said, "Judy, where am I going to earn the same type of income outside of my profession? All I know is dentistry." where am I going to earn this kind of money outside of my profession? I don't have another profession. This is all I know. He said, but I could build this. He said, I get this. So could you imagine how many people do you know like that? What happens to a dentist if something happens to their hands? Or a chiropractor or a massage therapist, if something happens to their hands, they're out of business. You know, I say to people when I ask them what they do and they start talking about, you know, their profession or maybe, you know, where they work, or I'll say, oh, so you're employed. They'll say, yeah, I work for, you know, so-and-so. I'll say, well, what do you do on, I said, I hope you don't mind me asking this, but what do you do on the side for your tax write-offs? They look at me and they say, what? I'll say, well, I'm just curious. What do you do on the side to that, you know, for tax write-offs? And they said, well, I'm employed. I don't have anything on the side. And I said, oh my gosh, we need to have coffee. I said, we need to get together. I said, you know, I'm a distributor for this incredible company, 120 countries, Business of the Year award alongside with Google, AT&T, massive positive media attention, products that really work backed by solid science, Nobel Prize winning formula. You know what? I'm going to send you a 2-minute video. I'd like you to take a look at it. Would you do that for me? And if they say, Judy, I don't have time, I'll say, you know what, Joe, I work with people just like you, professionals just like you. And I respect the fact that you don't have time. I'm not going to waste your time. I want you to look at this. So it's 2 minutes. Or if you're sitting with them, say, hey, do you have a phone? Do you have an iPhone? Do you have a, you know, mobile phone? And say, well, yeah. I'll say, well, what's your and I do it right on the spot or on the phone. I'll say, okay, what's your email what's your email address, or let me text you something. It's only 2 minutes. I want you to look at it while we're on the phone. You have 2 minutes. You just told me you had a couple minutes, because usually when I call people, I'll say, you know, do you have 20 minutes? Or did I get you at a bad time? Do you have time to talk? Yeah, I have some time. So I send them that video. I'll say, now, wasn't that impressive? I'm going to send you a little more information. Now, if they say, Judy, this is really not for me, I say, well, you know what? I respect that. But, you know, Joe, I would love to have you as a customer. I'd love to have you as a customer. You know, I know you must use nutritional products. Do you? I know you're active. You use shakes. I know people who want to lose fat, who want to lose fat, not muscle. We have an extraordinary fat loss program that really works. And, you know, Joe, I know you know people who have inflammation. Do you know that one of our products called Reserve is a #1 product in 120 countries for good reason? It's because one little packet equals ingesting 186 bottles of red wine in terms of its resveratrol content. Our products really work. They're that good. So if you switch over, become a customer, I'll show you how to get it at a great discount. Will that work for you? And if you find you're not satisfied with the product, go back to what you're using, but I guarantee you, you're going to love what we have here. And then what they do when they become a customer, I then send them backup material. And what I mean by backup material is information that's going to reinforce what I just said, and with our products being some of the best products out there. So I will send them, maybe if they bought Luminous, maybe I'll send them the Dr. Nathan Newman on the Luminous, or I'll send them some information on Reserve, or I'll send them to Jeunesse Longevity TV with Dr. Amzalog talking about that particular product that they're buying, or I'll send them the Mark McDonald information on our Zen Body line, or I'll tell them a little bit about Mark McDonald and our incredible support system if they've purchased that product and they want to lose, you know, weight and fat. So get really focused on what you want to do here. Write that list out, go back to the people on your list and call them and say, Joe, I really need to talk to you. You know, I'm building this business. We had a chat before, we talked before. I know this, you told me this business is not for you, but I know the products are. They're that good. And I really would like you to, you know, to use my product, because I know the nutritional products you're using, you like, but you're going to love ours because you are going to feel a difference. I'm going to send you some backup material. There was actually a great call with Dr. Giampapa, who talked about the AM and PM. I mean, go to Longevity TV. There's some amazing information on people who want to know more about this product line. So if they're not interested in your business, get them as a customer. You know, sign them on as a customer. Ask for the order. Ask. You know, There was a speaker at a conference, at one of our conferences, who said the number one reason why people are not in your business is because you have not asked them. The number one reason why people are not buying your product is because you haven't asked them. You haven't given them a reason to buy your product. I hope all of this helps. There's so much more, but I hope this helps. So get real focused and keep in your mind what you focus on expands. And if it's to be, it's up to me. Write down your goals. Write down, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do this week? What am I going to do this month to really get to where I want to go? Find out more about the Jeunesse Fly-In. I am going to be there on the 15th and 16th of November. If you have anyone going down there, let me know. I will gladly look after them for you, take care of them for you, but I need to know. And surround yourself with people of like mind. Surround yourself with people who want to do more, be more, and become more. And they're out there. They're all out there. You just have to focus and start asking people, showing people every single day. Consistency is key to success here. So thank you all for listening tonight. I hope you've taken notes. And remember, you have an organization. Make sure they get on the call. Make sure they listen to this or the recording. Make sure they've engaged themselves in this business. They take ownership. Take ownership of your business, because no one else is going to make this work for you except you. But we're all here. We're your business partners. We're here to help and support you every step of the way. You just have to ask. So with that, have a fantastic week, everyone. Good night.